guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 110 of the first Star Save with Everton, and this is the start of a brand new season. You can see we've already had the first game of the Premier League season. Arsenal beat Manchester United, but I thought what we'd do is we'd start off by having a look at what our expectations are this year, and they're pretty high. If I'm honest, we're expected to win the Premier League, which we have done for the last 2 or 3 years now. We'll have a look at that in just a second. We're expected to reach the semi-finals of the Champions League, reach the final of the FA Cup. The Community Shield wasn't important, and we already saw last episode. Sorry, we also last episode of the Community Shield. We lost that. Which was a shame. It was on penalties, but we probably deserved a little bit more than that. And the Carabao Cup as well is not considered to be important. Now, the Premier League preview screen here, if we go and have a look at the season preview, you will see that we are just about second favourites. It was pretty much joint favourites, isn't it, with Liverpool there. Which is a little bit of a shame. If we look at the media dream team, Milo is there, Zamora is there, Bouvier is there as well, which is perhaps a surprise considering I don't actually consider him first choice. I would say he's behind Rafinha. But maybe we'll have to, I said last season that we need to use him more, and maybe that's sort of the kick up the backside I need there. If we look at the key players, you can see Bouvier, Kai Havertz are both listed there for us. Is there anybody else of ours? It doesn't look like there is. Jake Doyle-Hayes as a key player in the Premier League. I just don't believe that, although he's not too bad. But anyway, there we go. So that's the sort of the season preview there. Now, if we have a quick update, there was a transfer special last episode, but a quick update for everybody so you can see what happened with Stuart Webber in the summer, and basically the answer is nothing. We signed one player who I'd signed as a 16-year-old and has not developed and turns out to be a little bit rubbish, who we're trying to ship off. I think it's to Metz or somewhere in France anyway. Players out. John Joe Kenny to West Ham. Guess who we're playing first up today? It is West Ham. And Josh Tymon, of course, to Chelsea. Guess who we're playing second up today? That's right, it's Chelsea. So we're going to get a quick reunion with our two former fullbacks, and two youngsters went out on loan as well. So that is that. Let's have a quick look at how pre-season got on. And you can see here, it wasn't too bad. We started off against Borussia Dortmund, Lookman and Schiffers with the goals. I can't remember how this game went, to be honest. You can see there, a relatively even game, and so a good performance. Now, one thing you will notice here is we do start this season in quite the injury crisis, but we'll get to that in a second. We lost to Real Sociedad at away from home again. Rafinha and an own goal in that one. Nancy, again, a win away from home. Maybe not the most convincing. Lookman and Militao with the goals in that one. You can see they pulled one back quite late. Amins, or however you pronounce that, a nice solid 4-0 win. Vlagic with a double, Cook and Richarlison with the goals in that one. We hosted Porto, a nice 4-2 win there. Vlagic, Bouvier, Gabe Wilson with a goal, and Aaron Hampson as well. Columbus Crew, one of our affiliate teams. Again, a nice solid 4-2 win away from home here. Gabe Wilson with the double, an own goal, and again, Aaron Hampson with the goals. And then Feyenoord away, another 4-0 win. We really warmed into pre-season, didn't we? It was Harry Wilson, it was Bouvier, and it was Terry Cook this time with a double. And then, of course, we played the Community Shield, as we saw last episode. Lost on penalties, having more or less dominated the game. So today we're going to be playing West Ham away, Chelsea at home. Let's get this season underway, and let's start by having a look at the game preview here. And you can see we are the favourites. Leonardo Jardim is the West Ham manager. Their key player and their captain, is John Joe Kenny, so he's marched straight in there to be captain. Attacking and direct style of play. If we look at the analysis report, we can't really... these are all pre-season games, so we don't really know exactly what to expect, but there it is for what it's worth. Let's have a look at our opening day team. Now, I did say we have an injury crisis, and that will be bared out here. As you see, we are without Kai Havertz, who is injured. We are without Rafinha, who is injured. We are without Richarlison, who is injured, and Schweinsteiger has literally just come back from injury and is not really ready to play in this one in any case. So, massively affected by injury. So it's Lafont that gets the start here. We'll have a quick look at everybody's attributes since it is the first game of the season. Gustavo comes in. He's going to be first choice left back for this year with Tymon having departed. We can see there he's physically quite good. He should get up and down that wing quite nicely. Nick Stark last year, of course, Premier League Player of the Year. He starts in the centre of defence along with Luis Felipe. They've been really, really solid for us. And Milo, who almost left for Chelsea on deadline day, but we managed to keep him as well, so that's good to see. The duo in midfield, it is our Iniesta and Xavi. It is Lionel Zamora, who is an absolute creative monster, and then Canente, who is just as good, if not better, at creating the chances for us. Right side to start this one is Bouvier. It's his big chance. As I said, we need to use him more. This is his chance. Vlasic gets the number 10 shirt ahead of Havertz to start the season with Havertz's injury. And Lookman, again, he gets the start because Richarlison is injured. We need to see big things from him this year. And Aaron Hampson, good form in pre-season, so he's going to get the start with what's his face, Schweinsteiger not fit for this one. And then on the bench, of course, we have Michael Stevens, our backup goalkeeper. He continues to develop and into a nice backup for us. Adam Militao can pretty much cover anywhere in the defensive third, so that's a good guy to have on the bench. Verstraete, he is basically second choice left back. He's every chance though. He's going to battle with Gustavo for that shirt this year. Sanderberg, again, a good defensive midfield option, can play a little bit further forward as well. Sergio Gomez is on the bench for this one, as is Harry Wilson. That's how desperate we are. Harry Wilson's on the bench. I've taken him off the transfer list now. The window's closed. There's no point making him feel unwanted, so we've taken him off the transfer list. We'll try again in January. And Terry Cook as well is on the bench for this one. And if Hampson doesn't get the job done, we will certainly see him second half. So there we go. We can see the way they're lining up. We do, in fact, face John Joe Kenny. There's a few debutants in there. No debutants for us. That's because we didn't sign anybody, Stuart Webber. But that's fine. What do we say here? Do it for the fans. First day of the year. I don't want to say play your game and you'll win comfortably. All right, let's go with some passionate. Let's give the fans a performance. Some calm. We have faith. And let's hope we get a good opening day performance here. This is Alban Lafont's 150th appearance for Everton. He has been revolutionary, really. We came in for Pickford when we had that whole Pickford debacle several seasons ago now. And really, he's never looked back. We've never looked back. So 150th appearance for Lafont. Hopefully, he'll mark it in the appropriate manner. Let's give it a get creative here. I am absolutely terrified John Joe Kenny is going to come back and haunt us here. The only good thing about selling a defender is that they're less likely to score, but it's more infuriating if they do, isn't it? A little bit of trouble here, perhaps. Till, Lafont with a save. Not the most convincing, but got the job done. Watford have taken the lead against Middlesbrough. João Mario, is that? He must be getting on a little bit at this point. Headed away at the near post there by Milo. Still with West Ham, though. A little bit of trouble here. Also, heavy touch. Could we have done a little bit better there? Oh, it's an excellent block by Nick Stark. And are we going to launch on the back of that? Here we go with Bouvier. He launches one into the box. There's no one there. And that was a little bit of panic, wasn't it? Not his proudest moment, I would hasten to add. All right, another West Ham highlight. We might need to change the way we're playing here. It wasn't the best pass, but it's found its way in. And Lafont with a huge save. That was a little bit special. We are going to need to change the way we're playing here because it is not working for us. So let's try that. It's always, first day of the season, it can be a little bit difficult to know exactly how the opposition's going to line up against us here. We'll give it a get creative. We'll wait and see. Hopefully, it's off the line. That's hacked to clear again. I always want to say demand more, but let's give it a get creative. We have not started this well, have we? We've done okay, it says, in terms of match stats, but we haven't seen anything from ourselves. Bouvier's lost out again there, and here we go again. We look much more likely to concede than score right now, and I'm getting a little bit worried. It's not the opening day performance I had hoped for. That's got to be a goal. Couldn't miss. And, the only good thing about that is maybe it'll wake us up. We can give it a demand, maybe show some passion, actually. And just see if we can get any sort of improvement from us here. We don't need to see it again. We saw it the first time. Do we maybe need to raise our tempo? Let's maybe play with a little bit more width as well. We haven't started, basically, have we? We have not created any good chances. We've been on the back foot. Every highlight we've seen is we've been on the back foot. Show a bit more passion here, boys. 36 minutes in, we get another highlight. Can we win this ball? No, we should get the second ball though. Stark, bring it down, mate. You had way more time than that. Here we go, Zamora for Vlasic. Out for Lookman. Are we missing our sort of first choice wide players? There's a good ball for Bouvier. It's a decent effort. Was it a save? And in the end, it's into the side netting. He just needed to roll it back across there for Hampson. I think he ended up going for goal himself, which was maybe not the right decision. Let's demand more coming into the break here. And I tell you what, the halftime team talk is going to be hair dryers and teacups flying around the dressing room, isn't it? Because it just wasn't good enough. Where's your passion, lads? Come on, boys. Let's get back out there and see if we get any sort of reaction. And if not, we are going to have to make changes. We're kind of limited in the changes we can make. just because we have really, really limited options on the bench. Here goes Vladic. I tell you what, that's more than we saw from us in the entire first half. So we'll take that. Let's go attacking as well. And let's just give it a get creative. We've got an anxious Vladic, which isn't ideal. Another highlight. What is this? Onslaught of blue highlights. Oh, and it's just over from Stark. Signs, though. Signs of life early in this second half. Let's have a look here. Who's not playing well? Vladic. Canente's not playing well. It's another West Ham highlight. Oh, what is that? What is that? It's absolutely outrageous, and we are making 3 substitutions here. I tell you what, this is how bad it is. We're going to bring Harry Wilson on for Bouvier. We're going to bring Gomez on for Vladic. And we're going to bring... Do we do Sanderberg for Canente? Let's maybe not go silly. That doesn't sound right, does it? So we'll make those 2. And just hope that we can change something here, because we don't look good right now. We look, in fact, quite terrible. So let's try exploiting the flanks. We'll be more creative. Let's try counter-pressing, and let's ditch that, because that's not working for us either. And let's get stuck in. Not the opening day performance any of us had hoped for here. This has been... We're having shots. You do get the feeling, if we could get one, you just never know. But we don't look like we just don't look like we're doing anything right now. What we might do, I think, is Canente's just not having a good day. I'm wondering if we take him off, bring Sanderberg on, and just play Sanderberg deeper, and we can push Zamora into sort of the Canente role, as I think he's a Mazzella right now. There's a lump forward. We should win that. We do. Wilson knocks it in for Gomez. Here we go. Can we launch something here? Create anything, boys. Wilson. It's Harry Wilson. It's Harry Wilson! Oh, it's straight at the goalkeeper. But, again, signs of life, and that's more than we can hope for the way that this game's been going so far. Gustavo's not having a good game either. We've got so many bad players, I don't even know where to start here. A part of me doesn't want to take Canente off, so let's take Gustavo off for Verstrate. Let's hope that we can get something going. Let's push forward. I'm running out of just things to yell at them. Come on, if we can get one, surely we're a chance of a second. It's not the best corner. Wilson's there. Back for Canente. Lumps one in. It's Nick Stark. Oh, what a finish from Nick Stark. First goal of the year. Canente gets the assist. And we just may be back in this game. Come on, boys. Demand more. Can we rescue a point? It wasn't the best header clear. Harry Wilson back out for Canente. And Canente just saw the retreating Stark. And it's a good finish from a centre-back, isn't it? We'll have some of that, boys. There we go. That is life. Here we go again. We're back up to 18th. It's a ball forward. Oh, how's he got to that? Can we nick that? Iwobi gets the cross in. Ramos is cleared. Still with West Ham, though. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's win this back. Let's put pressure on, win it back. Iwobi. I mean, we're making them go back, but the nature of a highlight suggests something will happen here. Can we nick that? No. Woodburn. Oh, it's a decent effort, but over the bar. I think Lafont had that covered. What else can we say here? We'll just give it a push forward when we can here. Let's go very attacking. Is there anything left in this game for us? This is a proper highlight. There's still about 2.5 minutes left. Stark wins the header. Zamora can't get there, though. And we don't deserve a point. We're not going to get one, are we? No, there it is. Well, that is... I'm really, really angry at this performance. We haven't looked good almost since kickoff. You know what it is? It's one of these games where we see it from time to time, and we haven't defended well today, which has made the difference. That's why we're on the end of a bit of a hiding at come full time here, where we have a lot of possession, a lot of goals, a lot of shots on goal, and we can't score. And like I say, defensively we've let ourselves down today, and we've paid a full price for that. It's a horror start to the year. And can we go and rescue it now in the second game, our first home game against Chelsea, but not the start to our title defence we were looking for. Yeah, I mean, like I say, we can blame injuries, but we'll blame them because I need to cling to something. That's what we're telling the press. But aggressive, boys. That was absolutely woeful. The only player to come out of that with any credit is Nick Stark, and let's face it, that match rating was mostly down to his goal, wasn't it? He did okay, I guess, defensively there, so we're telling him he was okay, but yeah, that was not good. Guys, wait right there, we'll be back. Let's get some revenge against Chelsea. Okay, welcome back. It is time to get a little bit of revenge for that West Ham result. You can see here it's actually already a rather important game for us. Liverpool already have 6 points. Manchester City won their opening day. We saw Manchester United won their opening. No, Arsenal won their first game, didn't they? So we're already behind the 8 ball here. Chelsea, as I said, won their opening day. If we were to lose this one or even draw this one, we just find ourselves lagging behind very, very early on, and that's not what we want. Chelsea are a Thomas Tuchel coached team, adventurous passing style. We know kind of what to expect. Now, we are, of course, up against Timon, who played quite well in their first game, which is annoying because we did want to keep him. So he is a little bit of a snake for leaving us, if I'm honest. We can see the rest of how they played there against Burnley in their opening day smashing of them. But this is Goodison Park, or Tim Cahill Park, as I've renamed it. So this is a different kettle of fish for them. Now, one maybe explanation for that poor performance, we have a lot of match fatigued players. Now I'm wondering, I didn't check it before the first game because we had about a week off since our last friendly, so I thought they would be fine. So I am wondering maybe if there's an excuse there as well as injuries. So we have made changes ahead of this one. So it's Lafont in goal. It's Verstraete, Stark, Stuart Taylor and Militao who come in. It's Black and Zamora. Now Black is a very, very good player. He's probably the best signing, I think, that Stuart Webber's made. So we are going to give him some game time this year, and he's going to start for this one for us. Other people that have come in, just so we can see their attributes, you can see there Stuart Taylor. We saw Militao last game. Wilson gets to start with Sergio Gomez and Lookman. And Schweinsteiger, he's not really match fit. Where is he? That's all out of order there. He's not really match fit, but we need him, don't we? You'll see to our bench, maybe not the strongest ahead of this one. Turpey is the defensive backup. Gabe Wilson is sort of the wide player backup as well. So we are struggling just a little bit. Snake Timon is at left back, so I'm sure he'll get the appropriate welcome. Do it for the fans. I tell you what, I'm going to say, just go out there and relax, boys. Relax, just play your natural game. We were horrible in that first performance. Let's just basically show the world that we are still a very good team. And here we go. Here we go. This is, there's no such thing as a must-win game, second game of the season. But we do not want to find ourselves 2 games played, 0 points, and already 6 points behind Liverpool. Because we've seen before, we've had seasons with them where 6 points is basically the most that we've dropped all year almost. So it's shaping up a little bit as though it's going to be a bit of maybe a tighter season. Villa hasn't done well. Poor start 1-0 down after a minute against Manchester United. Harry Wilson's done okay there. And that's referee. That is going to be a red card, is it? Surely it is. Van der Top has blown his top, and it is going to be a 10-man Chelsea for 88 minutes. Surely. All right, Sergio Gomez. Good ball in. Good ball. It's no goals. No. Optical illusion. Again, second. Oh, it's Black. Callum Black, our little Scottish legend, almost gave us the lead there. Let's get creative here. We just need to keep our heads. Not get carried away here. I tell you what, we have to exploit the flanks now. Look at their lineup. Play with a bit more width as well, please, boys. We might even raise the tempo ever so slightly. Look at that. There's no wide players there whatsoever. They've only got fullbacks. So surely, Watford saying lead against City. That would be a helpful result. Surely we can get at them down the sides. We're looking apprehensive. Come on, boys, demand more. Surely we're not going to go and not score a goal against a 9-man. Just finishing again it's not our strong point, is it? Boys, concentrate. Put the ball in the back of the friggin' net, please. 0 highlights. That is a massive, massive disappointment. We've dominated the game, but we need to kick on this second half, don't we? The problem that we have is that until we score, I would imagine if I was them, you'd be just ecstatic to walk away here with a point. It's time for everyone to dig deep. Let's maybe an assertive. It's time for everyone to dig deep here, boys. Come on. Is there anybody that's not playing well? There we go. We'll just tell the attacking players we're not really pleased with them. Hopefully we'll get a performance out of them, and if not, we'll have to look to the bench. Defensively, we haven't been bad. We're only up against 10 men. You've got the ability to go out there and make a difference like that. Let's get out there. Vlasic does have a little bit of an injury. That's a good start, boys. Excellent stuff. Vlasic does have a little bit of an injury, so we'll bear that in mind. We might need to be a little bit more expressive here to try and break them down, perhaps. The apprehensive player, I think it's Wilson. Black's done well there. He finds Wilson. he's just run into Christensen and lost possession. Are we going to get caught out here? No, Verstraete's there. He's only young, but you'd like to think he's got that covered. Looks wide. He finds Lookman. Callum Black now, what's he going to do? Looks over the top. It's a decent looking pass. Wilson can't get onto it though. He should get that ball though. Come on, boys. This is the first time we've done anything that looks like possession football this season, isn't it? Verstraete, it's a good ball for Militao. Militao gives us the lead. I've whacked my knuckles off the desk. I've done that. I've recorded yesterday's Hearts episode before this, and I have... Honestly, my knuckles are turning black and blue here. It's ridiculous. I need a better way of celebrating goals that doesn't involve cracking my knuckles off my desk. But let's not worry about that. It's worth the pain, isn't it? Look at Militao. Questionable goalkeeping from Kepa. And that is an excellent start. Look at that. Right at the beginning of the second half. That's what we wanted, boys. That's what we wanted. Hopefully that'll settle us down a little bit now. And we can just... Oh, come on. Concentrate here, boys. Concentrate. Away. Oh, it's not going to be a penalty, is it? It's a handball. Militao scores a goal and then looks to give one away. On his 151st appearance, can Albin Lafont be a hero? Oh, it's straight at him, but he can't. Oh, that is ridiculously stupid. And it's 1-1 against 10-man Chelsea. And I'm a little bit annoyed. Let's show some passion here, boys. Come on. There's already signs that this may not be a classic season for us, isn't there? Here we go, from the corner. Oh, it's Stark again. He's hit the crossbar this time. Stark is looking like a goal-scoring machine. I mean, the biggest problem we have is that our 2 goals that we've scored have both come from defenders. Oh, Militao. It should just be a booking. It should just be a booking. It is just a booking. And now we've got more work to do from a set piece. How's he got that much space? Boys! Oh, Lafont. What a save that is. I wonder if we go attacking here. Try and overwhelm them a little bit. Lookman is having a horrible game. We're going to bring Gabe Wilson on for him. We've got Apprehensive Harry on the right-hand side. Do we just go with... I think we just... Or do it... Let's just stick Vlagic out there. I mean, how bad can it be? Players that, wanted first-team football and we're willing to give a chance to have let us down a little bit here. Militao. Oh! Militao! What a goal! What a free kick! Excellent stuff. That is 2-1. And we've already made the subs. We'll just go back to positive now. That is a little bit special. Militao with a double. Second goal of the year. And is he going to just rescue us out of this season? Yes, okay. It's another Everton highlight. Stark! I tell you what, our defenders look absolute monsters this year. We'll tell them to concentrate. I'm wondering with the condition that Schweinsteiger came into this game in, if we maybe look to take him off and just bring on... Oh, it's a chance. Snake time on with the header clear. It's still there with us though. Callum Black, look at the space Militao's in. On a hat-trick, of course. He dinks one back post. He can't quite find his man. It's there for Black. He recycles out to Verstraete. A good ball in. No, it's not. It's hacked clear. No, we get there with Stark. Stuart Taylor, back to Stark. For Black, look at the tempo. I like this. Verstraete. Can he get a bit of quality into the box? It looks decent, and Schweinsteiger gets his goal. His first goal of the season, and that is now 3-1. He's got his goal. He wasn't coming in. He was not match sharp, not match fit. Let's not risk us injury. We've had enough of them already this year. We'll bring Terry Cook on, but at 3-1, that should just about be that. Not the most convincing. We've basically been playing 10 men since kickoff. But we just might have done enough here. Good ball in from Verstraete. Poor defending from Chelsea. And Schweinsteiger, he doesn't miss those, does he? So there we go. I tell you what, Verstraete's done okay, hasn't he? We dropped, or we brought him in. We dropped Gustavo after that debacle in the first game. But Verstraete's come in, 2 assists, and looked every bit the left side defender that we've missing with time on. Having left the club. Unfortunately, look at that Villa. Come on, boys. Fire it back up. We need you to get 10 points off Man United for us. But we've just about rescued this, I think. This episode, I mean. 3-1, we lose away. 3-1, we win at home. We'll call it even. Well done. What do we say? Don't get complacent. Just don't get complacent, boys. So there we go. Quality of possession provides the victory. I tell you who else was not bad that episode, that Ep game, I should say, was Callum Black. Let me know what you think in the comments. I thought he was rather solid. Militao was just an absolute god that game, wasn't he? And there we go. If we look at the league table, damage limitation, let's say. Bristol City got promoted. Didn't realise that. So I'm going to say, damage limitation. We are still, 3 points behind Liverpool and Manchester City, a point behind Arsenal, but we've done okay there. I think we've essentially rescued that. So that's it for today, though, guys. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Let me know, having seen that, how do you think we're going to do this year? Can we win the league? I mean, we've got to focus on the Champions League, I think, this year, don't we? We've won the league title. Is it 2 or 3 times in a row now we've won that? 2 times in a row. It would be nice to get a third. But I really, really want to get back and win a Champions League title if we can. So that'll be next episode. What we'll do is we'll come back, we'll do Villa away in the Premier League, and then we'll have our first game in the Champions League group stage. We'll also have the group draw, and if I think of it on Twitter, at AussieVillain, once we have the draw, I'll post our group up on Twitter so you can see what that is in advance of next episode. But that's all for next time, guys. Until then, don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been AussieVillain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.